something.
That I really wish we'd gotten that part when we went live. That is entirely too bad.
Nope. I timed that perfectly.
Yeah, you did, you bitch.
Yep.
It's fun to be live.
I'm like,
what, the atmosphere?
Nope. I was like, I'm gonna go pull up the YouTube in one of the open YouTube windows that I have, except the one that I chose to go to was one I'd opened and not actually gone into, so it started to play when I... It was loud, it was startling. That's all I'm going for. It's not a good story. And you should feel bad for making me tell it. Is all I'm saying. Okay.
All right.
I'm pulling the things up and putting them in my butt. I'm not doing that.
I said what in the butt? I said what in the butt? You want to do it in my butt? In my butt? You want to do it in my butt?
No.
Okay.
I guess not then.
No, you definitely don't want to do it in my butt right now. I've been pooping like a mad woman all day. Like just some crazy poop, not a crazy cat lady, a crazy poop lady. That's what I've been pooping like. It's been nuts. I think it's because I ate chili.
I went to Einstein Brothers this morning and made the horrible decision of trying their bagel and lox.
SpaghettiOs.
It tasted okay.
Right.
Around 3 o'clock this afternoon, I suddenly had pain in my stomach, like someone was stabbing me.
That's not good.
That's fun.
Like I was like, oh, this is bad. I don't respond well to pain. I hope I don't pass out. It was that level.
Oh, yikes.
And then I just shit my brains out and everything was fine again.
Oh, good. Was it watery?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was not good.
Because
at least stuff just like a one-off, but...
Yeah. Because sometimes stuff like that you eat and it just stimulates your poop and you're like, I got a broomstick in my guts. And then you have like the giant grandfather loaf that comes out. But so you never know, like, was this just waiting inside to come out? And the thing that I ate was just the trigger for pushing it. But at least if stuff is watery, then you know, like, oh, this made my stomach upset.
Oh, yeah. I will not be making that mistake again.
I think my guts are generally just empty. And stuff just waits like in my duodenum. And then and then it's like, let's cause all the chaos. Go, 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 go. It's like
dive.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's how my shit works. I just saw your message for this episode and I am not drunk.
You are drunk, though.
No, I'm not. It's really hard to say no, you're not while you're nodding.
Oh.
At least that's hard to do when you're drunk. Maybe that's not so hard to do when you're sober. I don't know how these things work.
Apparently, it's only Amanda tonight. It really is only you.
What's only me?
The view. It's not switching when we're talking, according to the chat.
Oh, shit. The last time this happened...
Are you clicked on me, Blythe?
Yeah, but when I unclick... I can't unclick.
If you click on me again, it should not have me outlined.
You're the best. Thank you.
I only know because the few times that I've been the moderator, sometimes I will click on myself just to be like, do I have anything on my nose? Now, while somebody else is talking, and then people are like, we can totally see what you mean. I'm like, oh shit! I'm the moderator. You see what I see. I'm used to being just the creepy peon in the back.
I will pee on whomever you command, my lord.
I'm not that kind of girl.
Yes. Yeah, you are, though.
I know.
I wonder if I can recycle that. That's by far my favorite thing in that show, and I'm sad that it'll probably never be performed again. Maybe I can recycle it in some fashion.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to turn it into a radio play at some point.
Oh, okay. Well, and then the songs would certainly work well.
I'm just saying, so there is that.
Okay,
So.
all right. Well, in that case, I won't give up on it and then cannibalize it immediately.
Oh my
Also,
God.
you can pee on whomever you want.
With their consent.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to be clear.
They may be unenthused, but that's fine. If it's a thing you wanted to try, then, you know, just ask and they'll probably be like, sure, whatever.
Oh.
What are we talking about?
I honestly don't know anymore.
Yeah. Drunky O'Shaughnessy over here is gonna give us the night of our lives.
I'm just
with
gonna
stories.
let you talk.
We probably should actually start the show at some point.
Well, sure, at some point. Speaking of, do you guys have your audio up?
Yes, I already checked my levels today.
That's crazy. I hear you have a new audio program that'll actually let you see it in real time.
Yes, although it's the mouse on this fucking machine is way too sensitive, and so I'm not actually using Audacity to record, but I do use it to check my levels. It gets really screwy when I try to make it do anything, but at least I can check the levels, and it seems like moving the microphone away has solved the problem of me being the world's loudest person in the world.
What we recorded earlier was fine, so yeah. Which I suppose I should close so that I can open another.
Oh yeah, I need to close out of like Photoshop, for instance.
So that was the thing. We started recording and I had my whatever the fuck OBS and iMovie open, and I'm like, my computer is dying. I'm gonna restart and try this again. Right. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
So I have 2 files with today's date. This podcast is just regular old shit.
Cersei of House Lannister stands accused of being an attention whore and also a regular old whore.
That's one of my favorites.
Thank you.
What? You can't hear that. Ow. Shall we get this party started?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. Yes, let's do
Are
that.
you guys ready to hit record?
Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Josh
in
says,
here.
come on, you fucking clap teases.
Clap tease. That's good. That's very good.
All right.
I think they're onto us.
You gotta have a gimmick.
All right, everybody get ready to record. Ready?
Right.
Okay, hitting the button. 3, 2. Fuck, sorry, hang on. God damn it. Sorry, these pop-ups come up on my Mac now about JavaScript constantly, and I can't make them go away, and they just pop up every, like, hour or 2, and it's very annoying. Anyway, let's try this again.
All right.
3, 2, 1. And we're all going to clap. And we are clapping in 3, 2, 1. Oh, God, someone's really behind.
It was Rissy for me, obviously, but that doesn't mean anything.
Well, it was
Yeah,
echoey,
yeah.
so I'm also going to assume it was probably Rissy for me as well.
Sorry.
As well you should be. You miserable
right.
old trollop.
Everybody out there, we've passed the clap to you. Now you have to pass the clap to someone else.
Yep, just like in It Follows.
Just like in your Theater 101 classes.
Wait, what? You did a lot more different things.
Pass the clap is a legitimate like theater game that you play like day 1.
I hated all the theater games, and I have tried to block them from my memory.
You didn't like Zip Zap Zub?
Nope.
Are you sure? It's pretty great.
I feel like theater games just really like they took the worst things from all the getting to know you games and just amplified them.
Really, you can serve the same function by getting people to dance around like idiots and yell their names at each other for like 30 solid seconds. The point is to loosen people up and say their names.
I would much prefer that to the super awesome, my name's Amanda, and I'm an adjective that starts with A, and now I'm going to repeat everybody else's name and adjectives who are in this circle before me because I hate life.
Should we actually read this stuff and start the thing?
Yeah, Rissy, there's a lot of noise in the background of yours. Is that...
Yes, perhaps if someone could avoid rustling paper in the background, since my microphone is highly sensitive. I'm terribly sorry, paper gnomes.
It's so cute being early in a relationship where you can't just say, shut the fuck up!
I know, I have literally banished...
Shut the fuck up, even if it was later in the relationship.
Yeah, well, that makes you different from us. I've literally banished my husband to the bedroom every Wednesday night since we started this shit.
Yes.
But yes, sorry, dear.
And banished the cats as well.
Thankfully, my cat is nearly always completely silent, so I've got that working for me. He just has to finish one rustle.
That's fine. I was just gonna wait until wrestling was done to start things. It's no big deal. I mean, life happens.
Life does happen.
Recording these
Not
things
when
from our houses.
Not when you're sad and alone. Then everything's very quiet.
Okay. Well, sad Amanda is sad.
Oh, no, she's not. She's drunk, so it's fine. Is it?
For those of you who are curious, John is wrapping some of our meat.
We weren't.
For storage.
But now I think he's just fapping in the background. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on.
I can neither confirm nor deny this.
Exactly.
Because I'm not facing that direction.
Okay.
Can you see his dick? Is it in his hand? Nope, he just walked past. That is a very meaty dick. And also weirdly detached from the rest of his body.
That's
so
very
meaty.
Poor John. Oh, Jesus.
That's how he knows he's accepted. Or does he?
By the tribe, yes.
It's too late.
Never you mind, dear. Never you mind.
He can
don't you worry your pretty head about any of this.
Indeed. That is the proper response.
Yes. All right, now let the games begin.
Yes, I am trying to find our show notes. Although my phone is going to die sooner than later because I've been playing too much phone games.
What? I'm shocked by this news. I'm not shocked.
Yeah, but to be fair, I wasn't playing this much phone games previously, but now I'm playing... Well, we'll talk about it when we get there.
We will. Maybe.
All right, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Here we go. Hello, and welcome to episode 75 of the motherfucking Dork Pridecast. My name is Blythe. That drunk bitch is Amanda. I do not trust her to read right now, but Rissy, I'll let you read yours.
Aww.
I'm Rissy. We make up a comedy group called the Damsels of Dorkington, and this is our podcast, which is also funny, depending on how much you like poop jokes and dick jokes, or if you're drunk. And tonight, we have a very special treat for you, since Amanda is totally drunk.
Yay!
Yay!
It's not my fault. Because it never is.
Of course not.
So
do you want to tell the nice people what you were drinking?
You don't have to lead in for me. Drunk Amanda can set up her own story.
She doesn't need help.
Oh, okay.
She's
an independent woman.
Man / story intro. or I think that's how it goes. No, Rissy and I recorded the first episode of our D&D cast earlier this afternoon, which we are not releasing yet because we haven't actually hit that goal on our Patreon, but we're getting prepared for it. So we decided to go ahead and wet that whistle, as it were. And before we start, I'm like, I'm a little thirsty. It's late-ish afternoon. I will open this bottle of wine. And then we were 3/4 of the way through, and I'm like, I have finished that bottle of wine. I have not eaten very much today. This gonna be fun. So that's where I am. So
welcome.
that was a fun story that you guys got to hear. It will not be the last from me, I guarantee.
I'm very excited about this podcast.
I love it already. Rissy, are you drunk?
No. I have had 1 1/2 bottles of mediocre apple cider.
I saw
hard
her
cider.
Okay. Wow, drunk Amanda is.
She did.
So for the D&D podcast, which is audio only, which means we don't record video. That's how it works. Which means we don't necessarily care what the other person. We still do it in the same format, so we can see each other. And Rissy got up to go get her alcoholic beverage from the fridge, which you can see behind her in the shot right now.
It's true.
So that was the shot I had. She was not wearing pants when she did it, and I got to see her butt. And it was
butt. Oh, thank you.
Everybody.
I was wearing a slanket previously. Like
it doesn't cover your butt.
That's true.
It's like a medical gown.
It's completely open in the back. Although it's way warmer than any medical gown, and it has a foot pocket,
which I didn't know.
Yeah, I've been telling Amanda she needs to get her a slanket, and she's like, "But it won't cover my feet." And I'm like, "Bitch, that's what makes slankets so special compared to Snuggies. They're much thicker and warmer, and they have a foot pocket."
You said that. You said.
I mean, who can argue with that?
It's true. Yeah, they're amazing. They look like wizard robes. They're very warm and protect your feet.
Plus, when you want to put on your robe and wizard hat.
Exactly. I have both a robe and wizard hat. I actually got myself an old-fashioned sleeping cap when I first moved to Chicago, and it is wizard patterned.
Surprisingly, literally no one.
This my mermaid blanket. I wear it right now. You can't see the mermaid part because that's on my feet. Oh wait, you can because I'm gonna show you. Wait,
oh Lord.
Hang on. Oh, okay. Let's see.
Up where they walk, up where they run. For those of you who are not watching this, Amanda was whooping while flailing her tail.
No, I think we should just leave it at you should be. You should be watching because you missed.
That's true. You should be.
So, what did you guys do this past week, or what do you guys have to talk about?
Wait, Amanda, you skipped right over the Damsel news.
I don't have my notes open.
Well, that's why I make them.
Well,
we like to. I know drunk Amanda's not always here, but we like to get Damsel news out of the way up top so people can be done with it and we can all move on with our lives.
Do we have super cute, fun, cute things coming that maybe have cute Blythe in them?
We do.
Yay!
And if you're a patron at the $10 level or above, you can see the new magnet that will be created this month. It is part of a series of 3. Rissy shoving a porg in her mouth was the first one.
Yes.
This one is themed with Sleepy Blythe is all that matters. And the next one, you don't get to know yet. So, like I said, if you're a patron right now, you can see the post on Patreon. And if you're not, you can see it in like 5 days, I think it goes public. So just be patient or become a Patreon. Become a Patreon. Become a website that lets artists fund their art and creative projects.
That's
and then you too can see
my website.
I would rather become a deviant art because I am a little not with the times
Furries? Lots of furries? Furry dicks?
Yeah. Yeah, lots of furries and lots of dicks.
So not hip, but okay.
Hammerhead shark furries.
DeviantArt is like the live journal of art sites.
It so is. Oh my god, that's a perfect comparison.
It used to be the art site of art sites.
Yeah, well, so did LiveJournal.
Yeah, the journal site of journal sites. It was, you know.
And then we got old or something.
Well, yes.
I mean, not me, you guys.
Yeah. I mean, we've aged a lot.
That's true.
We've talked about this conversation that I had with Blythe when I started, like, with my paper art stuff, and I'm like, I should probably start, like, posting this. I'll post it on DeviantArt. That's still a thing, right? And she's like, no, it's Instagram now. And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, I knew that.
If you wanted to be really crazy, you could start a Finstagram.
Nope.
That's a fake Instagram that you create specifically to vent obnoxious views under a false identity, though you might be stupid and put up pictures of you in there. Because it's generally this is something done by 19-year-olds.
Go on.
19-year-olds are stupid.
The other way you can create a Finsta is if you're typically a younger child and you'll create your normal Instagram, and obviously your parents are probably following you, or at least family members, and you'll create a Finsta where you post all your teen angsty bullshit where your parents can't see it, and all your like make-out videos so they don't know that you're sexually active.
Right?
So that's
Is there a middle ground? Okay, just go with me on this, you guys, right? Like, so odds are most people were not able to did not feel comfortable talking freely about their sexual activity with their parents if they were sexually active in high school. Yeah. I know. Odds are their parents probably, you know, in the United States at least, especially if they were religious, don't ever have sex if you have sex before you get married. Your parts will all fucking rot off with mummy diseases because God is stricken you dead. Don't ever do it. Don't do the sex things outside of marriage, and then it magically becomes good. And or something along those lines, and as a result, you probably felt like, or they were just very uncomfortable with the subject in general, and didn't really want to talk to you about it, so you were largely left on your own. But would it really be better to talk to your parents about sex? Like, to be like, so Mom, I have a boyfriend and I'd like to bone him. I need you to take me to the gynecologist.
My parents? No. Talk to theoretically cool parents? Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Also, older brothers or aunts and uncles are good for that purpose.
But what if your parents were too cool? And what if they were like, oh, do you need some books on sexual technique? Are you worried?
Then they're not actually cool. I'm talking about actually cool, not just they think
not cool, Mom. I'm not like other moms. I'm a cool mom.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you can go too far in the other direction.
Yeah, you can definitely go too far in the other direction, I think. I've heard of really good experiences when parents will like purposefully just slip a book onto the bookshelf that's like informative, but not like the Kama Sutra or some shit.
Right. Yes, actually, I was literally about to say one of my friends had told me that like her dad just put a book and she read everything in the house on the shelf, and she read it and nobody had to talk about anything. And I'm like, so, but that kind of requires your kid to not be a fucking idiot and know how to read and shit, which kids are bad at these days, I guess, because they're eating too many Tide Pods.
I mean, a good parent caters that to the personality of the child. So
true.
The quiet, reclusive, bookwormy type, that would work for and a good parent would be like, hey, here's the way I reach you is to put this book on the shelf and you will get to that. There would be
I was that kid.
Right, so was I. There'd be other kids where like, that's not going to work, but if you were to...
You raised them wrong. You raised your dumb and eating Tide Pods. Anyway.
My son and I were at the grocery store the other day, and we
Buying
walked,
Tide Pods for him to eat.
we walked past the laundry detergent aisle. And I'm like, oh, because I was like, oh, what do you want to have for snacks in the house? And I'm like, oh, did you want some Tide Pods? And he was like, people are really dumb. And I'm like, yes, they are.
That's called natural selection, honey.
Right. Oh. I mean, I guess I would way rather eat a Tide Pod than huff Jankum, which was the moral panic at the end of my high school years.
That's not a thing that people actually did. People are actually eating Tide Pods.
This is true, although it's mostly seniors, adults with dementia. That they outnumber teenagers by far.
I believe that because I feel like most teenagers would be like, hey, this thing that's kept in a clearly not food container under the sink with all the other not food items is probably not food.
Right. Well, that and odds are, like, if they've got, like, a younger sibling, they were probably at one point warned, don't let your younger sibling put this in your mouth. If they were not themselves told, don't put this thing in your mouth specifically.
Also, you should never let siblings, younger or older, put anything in your mouth. You should be feeding yourself.
Amen, sister.
This has been child rearing lessons with the damsels.
Yeah.
Damsel daycare.
Oh,
So glad we're talking about this.
Damsel daycare. Oh wow, I guess for the right kind of kid, it would be the most amazing fun time of their lives. But for most kids, it would just suck. I'm like, why don't you want to talk to me about cephalopods, you little shits?
Oh my god, Mom, you're such a nerd. I thought kids thought nerds were cool. No, not when they're moms. They'll always be lame.
Lame.
Yeah, you can't fight it, and you shouldn't fight it.
No.
You shouldn't.
You should embrace it. You should like just wrap your arms around that 100%.
I've been told that teenagers who are not related to me think I have a filthy mouth when they read some of my blog posts.
That's wonderful.
That is hilarious.
Are kids today really prudish about that sort of shit?
No.
They're prudish about their parents sometimes.
Well, it's kind of like she says fuck a lot in this rant that she's writing about the B movie.
Right? Or about media properties that are twice the age of the teenagers involved.
No, this was specifically the B movie, though.
Oh, yeah, because fuck the B movie. That shit is stupid.
Your mom's really angry about an animated movie that was not made for her. Yeah. Everyone should be angry about the B movie.
You really should.
I know I am.
That's an incredibly inaccurate depiction of bees.
Gross.
Yeah.
We went off on a major derailment here, and that's fine. But I do want to just bring it back for a second.
Okay.
You can try.
Talking about?
But
Patreon.
Oh, right.
But we've got Tipsy McGillicuddy here.
Oh, I know. Listen, I'm gonna let you two motherfuckers go, but when you pause, I'm gonna bring it back.
All right. Bring it on
That's
back.
my job tonight.
Bring it on back. Yeah, bring it on back.
So the other thing that you need to know about February on the Patreon campaign is that the reward for the $35 level and up, we're really excited about because it's drawstring bags with the Dork Pride Worldwide logo on it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That is cool.
It's really cool. So
now you don't have to put your dice in that fucking Crown Royal bag, y'all.
These are going to be larger than that.
Like more backpacky size?
Oh,
Yeah.
those things. Okay.
Put your
Yeah.
actual shit in.
Although now that you say that, maybe we should look at dice bag size as well.
I'm just saying that's
Not
for
your
future
literal
things.
shit. Don't put your literal shit in bags. Put that in toilets where it belongs.
I mean,
If you're
listen, you
or
do
in the
you,
woods.
boo.
Or in the
If
woods.
you're a dude, don't be shy about having a bit of a tummy, but don't wear t-shirts that are like 5 inches too short for you. And then don't cap that off by putting your dice in a Crown Royal bag and then tying it onto the belt loops of your jeans. Don't do that. Don't do that if you would ever like to touch a boob. And I say this with love. I've seen that too many times.
From people who I'm sure have definitely touched lots of boobs.
Not nary a single boob touched there amongst some of these specimens. But yeah, this is dating advice from Rissy.
Also, Crown Royal bags are the best for dice bags, and clearly they should be worn over the crown jewels because funds and shit.
Wow. That's happening.
Not anymore. It just happened. It's done
now. So what did you guys do this week?
Amanda has a lot of things to talk about. Should I go first to get my stuff out of the way to just let her go?
I mean, well, I'm along for this ride because I can't steer it.
Okay. All right. I'll just make this quick.
You're both cool. Okay.
Yeah. I've been having misadventures with trying to learn how to get around here in Fort McMurray, Alberta. There is a mass transit system. They do have a bus system. And unfortunately, I started my experiments in going out and because I haven't driven since I moved to fucking Chicago. Right. And so I could drive. Yeah, I am not allowed right now. I figured I'll relearn in the summertime. Also, my entire driving life, all I ever drove was a stick shift. So when in an automatic, I have an unfortunate tendency to gas and brake at the same time, which you don't want to do when there's snow and ice 100% of the time. So anyway, so I'm trying to like figure out how to navigate the bus system, which with a lot of help. And part of that, like, so the first time I tried that, I'm like, okay, I know based on a map where the bus stops are, I will just go outside, walk down the street, turn left or right. I see what you're doing, Amanda, and I like it. Keep doing it. So I put on these gloves that I had purchased earlier, like a couple weeks before. And I should note, I hadn't done any like real outdoor activities since then. So I put on my coat and I'm like, I have layers. I'm wearing so many fucking layers, you guys. I've got like 6 layers on. Put on my coat and stuff and my hat. And I go outside and I start walking down the street. And within like 2 seconds, my hands begin to suffer the early stages of frostbite. I see you, Amanda! And so I'm like, I run back inside the house and I'm like, I will never become independent. And I took off my gloves, these shitty ass gloves. My hands are already red. In addition to being like so cold, like they are painful, which is generally a sign that frostbite is impending and you should not be outside anymore. I think that was the day where it was like minus 27 degrees Celsius.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And so that was, I was just like, I failed to do even the most basic thing. I'm a failure. So the next day after sorting out glove situation and whatnot, I managed to get out and actually go to a place using the bus. I did that. And with decent gloves, I walked a long distance outside. Yeah, I know. And it was still like 27 degrees below zero. And I did not die. It was also the first time yeah, and it was also the first time I'd actually done any serious walking since I violently dislocated my ankle a few months ago. So it was kind of 2 birds in 1 stone. I know it sounds really stupid, but I'm like, I took a walk outside here in fucking Canada and I did not die. And my ankle did not fall off. So yeah, that's been the highlight of my week.
Congratulations on not dying and also not losing any of your appendages.
Yes. Yeah.
Normally that would be sarcastic, but you live in the fucking tundra now. It is not sarcastic.
Also, it's Rissy, so we're actually proud of you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Also, I've started on my project of trying to get the ravens to be my friends. I've been kind of calling at them and just saying hi, and
you're just gonna piss them off, and then they will know your face, and they will tell all their friends.
If I give them food, they'll bring me things.
That's what you think.
I don't think that's how that works.
It's actually happened.
That's what you think.
With you or with someone else?
With someone else.
I don't know, people.
So yeah, that's now. Let's let Amanda
What?
talk about things.
Should I talk about my things before Amanda is unleashed, or should we just unleash this bitch?
I think that would be like Blythe. Why don't you go first? You are capable of.
If you have things that you want to get in, you should do that because
Get them in now.
Well, I just want to talk about what I've been doing, which is, well, a lot of phone gaming because, oh my God, I can't stop playing Animal Crossing. And they've had events and things, and it has been so fun.
You're adorable.
Yeah, I know. And yeah, the events have been really fun, and like you have to have friends, and you have to like the most recent event had bats, and I was like, bats. And you get to like trade bats with your friends and help each other, and that's been really fun. But then, guys, you're never gonna see me again. I'm just gonna die from not eating because I'll be too busy playing the newest phone game I downloaded yesterday. It's Candy Crush, but reskinned, and it's Sailor Moon Candy Crush.
Oh no, yeah, we really are never. We're gonna find your desiccated corpse somewhere.
Yeah,
just like with the phone gripped in its death claws. Although I did want to. Oh my God, I did want to bring up bats that you can trade, sort of like the one that I was able to pick up and rescue. That I was able to stroke its velvety fur. That bat,
Rissy, just like that one.
Like that bat.
I'm not giving you the satisfaction. I don't give a shit.
You not giving a shit is her satisfaction.
It's true.
You pretending to not give a shit.
Oh, I assure you. Look at all the fucks I give.
Oh, come on. I got to touch a bat. You know you give so many fucks. You give so many fucks.
Oh my God, you're so right. All of the fucks I give them. Is that better?
Fucks, but at least a couple.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad we're all satisfied. The other thing I've been doing will appeal to many people, for I have been creating art.
Ooh.
And then I've been, with Amanda's help, finding an awesome paint pen. I have been putting words on top of that art.
Shift your camera slightly to your left.
And if you look behind me, if you're watching this, you can see some of that art.
Eat all the dicks, fuck everything. This is wonderful.
Yeah, so there's a couple small pieces. This one's my favorite of the small pieces. It says Dork Pride.
Aww.
And I made that myself. So that's really cute. And there's a lighter colored Dork Pride as well. And then I like this one a lot.
Classy bitch.
Classy bitch, you guys.
Take me to McDonald's because I'm a classy bitch.
And I made that with my own hands, all of it. And
that's very cool.
Obviously, the fuck everything is very nice, but this is the piece de resistance.
The pièce de resistance.
And
all the dicks.
Eat all the dicks on this, and it's in Damsel colors. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh yes.
On a background of Damsel colors. If you want to purchase any of these, you can. Some of them are currently on the website. That's dorkpride.com. And Classy Bitch and Eat All the Dicks are going to go up later tonight after the podcast is posted.
That's awesome.
So I think it was yesterday, Blythe sent me a picture with like 7 or 8 different
options, basically.
Yeah. Like, here's what I have. Like, I want things to write on them, and I'm like, oh, that one right there needs to say "Eat all the dicks."
Eat all the dicks. Make that
happen. Like, I don't know why, but I see that picture, and it makes me want to eat all the. Nope.
Subliminal messaging at its finest.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing, and you can purchase them if you want. So check it out, and if you're not watching this, you can go look at them at least. So there you go. And that, yeah, I've been spending so much time arting and making packages for Damsel stuff for the Patreon campaign. And I just turn on Deep Space Nine and make stuff for Damsels now. That's my life. It's like I go to work, I come home, I turn on DS9, I either paint or package or design graphics and for social media, like that. It's just like Lather, rinse, repeat.
I just came hearing that about the Deep Space Nine part. So how you liking that Deep Space Nine, girl?
I mean, it's okay.
What season are you in?
Oh, girl, I'm still in the first season.
Oh shit. Well, hell.
Yeah, exactly. So like, it's gonna be a slow burn, and
That's all right. That's Deep Space Nine is a slow burn, a slow but wonderful burn.
I'm only awake for a few hours after I get home because I'm also working overtime at work. So, like,
well, money is nice.
I mean, yes. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm doing it. So, yes. Also buy my paintings because I need to buy a house. Anyway, so that's my stuff, and yeah, we'll talk about DS9 as I get a little deeper into it, but I feel like I don't want to go too much there yet.
You get in there, girl. You get in there real deep, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll get a little bit further before we have too many conversations. Amanda?
Yeah?
First of all, is that monkey covering your microphone by any chance?
No. No.
Okay. Well, that explains that. You're also just really quiet. If you can check your levels and just see that everything.
Tell me what to do.
Okay, then don't be heard when I make the podcast. Amanda, why do you have a monkey?
Just a second. I fucked up the audio.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Checking my levels.
What did you fuck up?
I pressed pause and then I tried to press go again and it didn't.
Oh, dear.
No, stop. Ugh.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
I'm very
Let's
smart.
all go to the lobby and eat all of the dicks.
Yeah. Sorry. Yum is what I should have said.
Yum.
Okay, I'm just making a new thing, and Blythe is fucked because she's gonna have.
I'm super fucked.
All on her own.
Amanda. Okay, all right. If we're just gonna pause the podcast basically right now, that's fine.
Recording again.
No. If you guys are watching this, I apologize. I'm about to do. You didn't get any louder. Amanda, can you check? Do you know how to see your recording level in GarageBand? It's at the bottom on the left. I know we've used it before. She's not.
It's way up there.
Okay, as long as it's way up there, it's fine.
But like the level, the wave level, whatever's are very small.
Yeah, I know. I can hear it over here, so it's weird.
That is strange.
It's fine. You know what?
Nope.
If you're watching this live, we haven't done this before, and I apologize. But Amanda, pause.
Okay.
Unplug and replug your microphone.
Okay. And plug.
Oh, I can definitely hear you now.
I bet it sounds real good.
It does sound real good. It doesn't.
That real good
are we fighting?
Built-in audio. How about now?
Cool, great.
How do
that's not coming
through, baby?
Okay.
Better?
I think you sound better. And then, okay, so if you want to restart your recording.
I do, and I did.
Oh, yeah, you sound much better now. You may even want to move the microphone back a little bit.
All right.
Do your wave file lengths look better?
No, they look the same.
That's interesting.
I know.
Does your input say blue snowball?
Yep.
Interesting. Well, we're just going to have to go with it. All right, everybody clap for me again so I can resync this when and I'll know where to look for it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was so much better than the first time.
It was.
Hooray!
Okay. And we're back. Hello. We definitely did not pause to fix Drunk Amanda's technical issues, which may
not do that thing.
Which may or may not even be fixed. So
Ah,
it'll be fun.
well,
What?
fix it in post.
Okay, that's literally what I'm gonna do.
I know. Oh no, my levels are much more gooder.
Much more gooder. I will take much more gooder. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, Amanda.
I fixed it.
I'm unleashing you upon the world. Tell us some shit, because apparently you got stories. Let's do this.
Okay, so I have been basically homebound for the last week. I had a little bit of surgery on Thursday. Nothing major. Everything's fine. It just meant I haven't been going to work. And I've been home. And the first few days, I mostly just slept. Because that's what one does when they're high as balls on pain pills. And they're me, because I don't really like being high as balls on pain pills. So that was me through Monday. And then I got up Monday and was like, okay, I think I'm done sleeping. And Monday I was up for like between 36 and 48 hours straight.
Oh, wow.
And I felt great because it was just like, I don't need to sleep. I got so much sleep. And I'm like, I'm in such a great mood. And am I a bitch because I'm tired all the time? Probably. That's probably true. I said that to a friend of mine, and they were like, yeah, that's probably what it is. Like, yeah. So anyway, yesterday, I think, because time is funny. Yes, yesterday, I left the house for the first time since a week ago because I have decided.
Wait, can I ask a really quick question before you start?
Sure.
What the fuck were you eating? Because I know you do not have food in your house.
I was sleeping the whole time. I didn't.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I had a lot of cereal. And bananas. And after yesterday, I've had lots of macaroni and cheese because I've been craving that since last week when we talked about it on the podcast.
I can't imagine what would have caused that craving. So sorry.
It was you. It was all your fault. I'm trying to find a thing that I dropped. Or maybe I never had in the first place. It's one or the other. Oh, it's over here. Anyway, there was one night or day or some sleepy moment in there somewhere where I had a dream and woke up and then sent this long email to Blythe and Rissy that was like, puppet. Like, I mean, I'm planning on making puppets because we need a couple of puppets for the Hamilton show along with this guy.
That guy. We love that
guy. Oh, he is cold and shy. Look how short he is. He's happier now. This is my dick puppet.
We love the dick puppet.
This is a very simple puppet. And I want to make complicated puppets. So I started looking at puppet stuff. And yesterday I left the house to go to Joann's to buy stuff. And
stuff.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is great.
Stuff is great, unless stuff sucks. But it sounds like your stuff does not suck.
The only thing that sucked is that Joann's is a, I'm not going to say a bougie chain store, but a chain store at least. And those only exist in the suburbs, which is not where I live.
Yeah.
So when I go to a place like that, I've been waiting. I've been holding off. It's going to be a big trip. So I get there. And I was literally there for 2 hours.
Holy shit.
Oh,
that is a lot of hours to be at one place.
It's not a huge store either. Like but it was, I had a short list, and I'm like, oh, this. But it was more of like, here's an idea. I don't really know how to make this happen. Let's go find out what there is that maybe would work for this. So it's like, oh, maybe this. Oh, I found this instead. What about this? I'm walking around. I was at least smart enough to get a cart because usually I don't and regret it. But finally, I have all the things that I need, including a pile of fabric to be cut, which you have to take to the cutting counter.
Oh, yes.
Which is my least favorite part of all craft store runs because, like I said, when I go, it's always a big thing. I'm always getting a lot of stuff. Usually it's something Damsel related, which means it's something kind of fucked up in some way.
Oh, for sure.
Like the most tame is still like a costume for this performing group that I'm in. So when I go in October, it's fine because like, oh, it's just Halloween. Because you go up, you bring your fabric, you have 10 different things are like, I need this much of this and blah, blah, blah. They will always ask, what you making? Like, never fail. What you making? So this time I was prepared.
Oh boy.
Because I'm like, with these stuff I'm getting, I can say puppets, but they're gonna want to know more than just puppets.
That's true.
And the best lies are those that don't actually require you to make up anything. So I was like, oh, yeah, it's puppets. I actually run this after-school program for high schoolers.
Oh my God.
It's a children's theater program. And their big project of the semester is to make puppets. This was all based on the children's theater class that I took in high school, which was not after school, but it was still a children's theater class in which we made puppets. And everything that we did in that class was what I sold as like, this is a thing. They're like, oh, that's interesting. So what's the show? And I'm like, oh no, they write it themselves. That's part of the project is they write their own scripts. That was our thing is we had to write a show. We had multiple shows. We had a theme that was chosen from like an overarching script that was chosen like, oh, they're all going to be about winter, something super generic. Write a script. So you make a puppet, you're in a small group, you write a script. We performed it for elementary school students. Yeah. So I'm like, oh yeah, it's like, no, that's part of the thing is that they're writing the scripts now. So we don't have a script. And they're like, oh, so what are the requirements of the script? And I'm like, oh, it's pretty free. They're allowed to write whatever they want. The only main requirement is that it has to have a chase scene. Because
what?
That was an actual requirement from my children's theater class. Because I don't know if you've done a lot of puppetry stuff. Kids fucking love puppet chase scenes.
That is weird.
They lose their shit.
Okay.
It is fantastic. The first show we did, where you have all the different openings on your puppet stage so your puppets can pop up at different points. So we had them chasing each other around. The puppet that I had made, I hadn't actually, this was earlier on in the class, I hadn't actually put hair on it yet. I didn't have hair, so it had a little, like, a infant-sized baseball cap on its head, which was very cute. The problem was, it was just kind of pinned on, and halfway through, it came unpinned on one side. No. So the hat is hanging off at one side, which the kids just found even funnier than anything. So we have a chase scene, and they just start dying, like uproarious laughter.
You just killed children with your chase scene?
Literally dying in the audience.
Literally.
So we have part of it, and I pull the puppet back, and I'm like, oh, the hat fell off. That's where they're funny. I quickly pin it back in place. He goes back up. I do a few movements. It comes off again. I can tell right when it happens because just dying laughter again. Just like, okay. Kids are easy to make laugh because they're pretty dumb. But anyway.
That's true.
But yeah, so this whole thing is just like, so I'm spinning this whole like, yeah, I do this after school thing. This is for the kids that they're, we need to replenish some of our supplies, and here's the thing, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, that's really great. Because I can't just be like, I want to make puppets for me because I think it would be fun.
Or I want to make puppets for my comedy group who largely our comedy is comprised of dick jokes and fart jokes.
Yep.
These puppets are going to be farting a lot.
A lot, yeah. They may also be meant to represent famous fictional characters or historical figures.
Right.
Or both.
That is a small subset of the puppet ideas that I have going on right now.
You are going to be the puppet master.
I don't think you want to do that.
I have this was part of today. This is a beginning mock-up for a puppet head.
Look at that. Man, I can't wait to pack these and take them to cons.
They smoosh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'll get over it. Let Amanda's creativity flow.
This one is not necessarily one for the con. This one might be just for me. One of them will be. Yes, it will. Anyway, so that was 2 hours of Joanne's. And then it was like, oh, since I'm out, I should maybe get food.
Yes.
Whatever. I went to Target. I bought mac and cheese. I came home. I ate mac and cheese, but not all of it. And so I wanted to put the rest in the fridge. So I go into my drawer to look for something to wrap the mac and cheese up with. And I pull out my Box O aluminum foil.
Oh, boy.
And it's basically empty.
Boy, oh,
It's a roll with just the aluminum foil that's like glued to the roll, and that's all that's in there. And it made me furious at myself because I did that. Like, obviously. And then I spent all afternoon composing this elaborate, like, these crime scene photos about who left the aluminum foil in here. Was it the wax paper roll? Was it the pastry blender? Who knows? And I made faces for them, and they all had quotes. And then I put it all on Twitter. And that was, I did warn Blythe before. I'm like, so I'm about to do a thing that I already regret. And she's like, oh, I love it already. Please do it. And then I'm like, okay, so here goes. And she's like, wait, are there pictures somewhere? I'm like, oh no, it's on Twitter. I know you would expect. Yeah.
I thought she was going to send pictures to me.
No.
And none of her came. So like almost an hour later, I was like, are you going to send those pictures? Or like, what's happening?
And I was like, lo, they're on Twitter. That's not a place you would expect.
Never did it occur to me that they might be on Twitter. I was shocked.
Yeah. So
I'm delighted.
So then I noticed, because I've never noticed this before, because why would I? There's no reason. But Twitter gives you like analytical shit. Like, this is stuff that your tweets did. Here are numbers to look at because I don't tweet. But in the past 24 hours, my tweet impressions, whatever the fuck that means, has gone up by 1,441%.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Because before that, I think it was probably -12. So, no, it had to have been positive because negative numbers. Okay. Anyway, but yes, that was. I started doing that early to mid-afternoon, and by the time I was done, I'm like, well, that's my day. That I was gonna do actual productive stuff, but
it seems like you did.
I mean, it depends on your definition of productive. I produced something, so that.
I do think that is a definition of productive.
Yes.
Yes.
So there's that, I guess. Are there better things I could have been doing with my time?
No.
Of course.
No is the answer.
Are there things I would have rather been doing with my time? Not really, because then I would have been doing them. But I did it. So, yes. Puppet Lies and Twitter should be the title of this.
Whatever you want.
Mason Sleater on our chat just said, I'm officially hammer drunk off of Amanda's energy tonight, and I'm going to proceed to jump on my trampoline, pretending I'm a puppet with a rocket pack, eating elephant cookies until I pass out.
That sounds amazing!
I'm so glad you don't have a trampoline.
I wish I did.
No,
I did not appreciate the trampoline my family had growing up.
You got a trampoline growing up, you bitch?
Well, I mean, we didn't really get it until I was well into, like, 15, 16.
Never too late for trampoline!
No, I mean, I moved out too quickly. It was one of those, like, I wish that my favorite, this was a family that we went to church with at the time. They had, the full-size trampoline, but instead of being up on a stand, they dug a giant pit in the ground and had it so trampoline flat with the ground.
That's
so you're
cool.
just jumping, and there's like plenty of room for it to go down, so you can like get the full jump, but you're not actually up off the ground.
Right. So also the potential for injury is greatly reduced.
Well, right.
Since
That's the thing. It's just like
it's not coming from 20 feet in the air.
Exactly. Yeah, it's really hard. It's a lot harder to get hurt. There's no falling off the edge. There's no. But that was one of those, like, that's a great idea. I mean, yes, it involves digging a giant hole in the ground, but I don't see the problem, said the person who doesn't own the place where she lives. Or that. I mean, yes, I also do not want to be the one physically digging, because that sounds exhausting.
Well, that sounds...
So... I want a trampoline now, goddammit. When I was 13, I had a friend who lived way the fuck out in the boonies, and at her house, she had an internet connection, and this was 1994. She had an internet connection, a trampoline, and an above-ground pool that had been completely abandoned. So what little water was left in it had been filled with frog eggs and tadpoles. So basically, this was like my version of Disneyland. Best place ever.
I like this idea. Go on.
Right? I would go to her place and we would just hang out, and like we would wait all day to get on to the internet and play MUDs. And but it was still the most amazing thing I've ever experienced. And up till that point. And then also I would always just go and just collect a bunch of tadpoles so that I could raise them at home. And then when they turned into frogs, I would just set them free. Unfortunately, a lot of them died. I don't know if that's because that's something that happens if you just take a shit ton of tadpoles. I made sure to feed them with
was it the aggressive hugging? Because
I did hug each tadpole. I had a special pair of tweezers that I put a little pair of Sculpey arms on to hug them all. No, I didn't do that, but now I wish I had.
Did you try turning them into princes? Because that also doesn't work.
No, unfortunately, it doesn't. They usually, like, if you're trying to kiss them, they're too small and they just go right down your throat, and then you've eaten them.
Delicious.
Delicious prince.
Delicious prince larvae.
I'm Prince Larvae. Enough of them survived, though, that I would take them out to a local creek and just release them into the wild. It was great, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah, so trampolines are so great. I know they're very dangerous, but I don't give a shit. Kids need to do dangerous stuff. Otherwise, they don't learn nothing.
There's a lot of things that are dangerous.
And fun.
Exactly.
Like letting Amanda get drunk.
We can't let our children live in a bubble.
No, we can't. All of the children that we have.
Like playing with scissors.
I meant the world's children.
Oh, okay. I also someday, if I become insanely wealthy, would like a room in a house in my mansion. Like, so there's the actual walls, but then set in from the walls like are like just sheets of trampoline material, like mounted at a certain distance from the walls. So yeah, so the whole room is trampoline.
I've always liked the just like super fluffy pillow coverings, everything.
That sounds good too.
I think that
I always
certain
wanted,
hospitals have the rooms like that. So.
I'd be all about a padded room as long as it's a I want to, not an I have to. Also, I want the walkway into my mansion to be a giant aquarium, like a big glass archway, but it's an aquarium.
Sure, if we're talking about things that are never going to happen.
Right, exactly. Also,
a room full of 1,000,000 dicks. No, that seems excessive. Like 1,000 dicks would be fine. Dicks, yeah. Just kidding. Like 12 dicks would probably be okay. But no fewer. Otherwise, it's just a bench. It's not a room.
That's true.
You can eat all of them.
All of those dicks.
Yeah, you totes can.
What if I don't want to eat?
Oh, you don't. You can do whatever you want with them. I don't care.
Okay, I don't have to eat all of them.
No, I'm just saying you can.
Oh, okay. I like that better. A lot better. Are you playing Candy Crush over there?
No.
Okay.
It could be time for Dork Pride chat.
I think it's super time for Dork Pride chat.
All right, awesome. So the Olympics are starting, and I, like many people, don't care.
Oh, winter, sure. Yeah, nobody
Winter Olympics. Yeah, which is happening in Korea this year, I believe. And
good Korea or bad Korea? Obviously,
it's always in good Korea. I don't think they could hold it in bad Korea.
No, I don't think so.
And I was thinking, like, I don't really care about the Olympics all that much. So I do love watching the figure skating when they fall. They're so beautiful and graceful, and I love it when they fucking spin out of control, just slam into the wall. It's amazing. I love watching people that are better than me fuck up. Oh, Amanda, your monkey's very cute.
What? Nothing?
And so I was thinking, well, what about, like, what geek things should be Olympic sports? That's going to be our Dork Pride chat today. So obviously, I think competitive D&D, which is already a thing, right, at various conventions, you can go and play a one-shot D&D adventure, and at the end of it, people will vote, like, will judge, like, who's the best character, who's the most entertaining character, that sort of thing. That should definitely be an Olympic fucking sport. So competitive one-shot D&D adventure playing is my Olympic sport, my geeky Olympic sport of choice. What about you guys? Lay it on me.
This is sort of geeky adjacent. A lot of geeky people are into it, but roller derby.
Oh shit, yeah.
I know a number of people from all sorts of different time points and situations in my life that have done roller derby, and had I known more about it when I was younger, I probably totally would have done it. The point when I was like, oh, that seems super fun, I want to do that, I was like, I will fuck myself up because I'm clumsy and old enough that that'd be a bad idea. But that would actually, I would probably watch that as an Olympic sport over most of the ones that are.
It would be way more interesting.
Yeah, I would.
So, I mean, all things considered, I think it's not the worst idea.
There should just be more full contact Olympic sports in general.
Agreed.
They should have more at stake, I feel like. Like, there should be a pit
like death
of alligators made out of fire.
Seems legit.
That they're hovering over, and they are shown clips from obscure B-grade movies, and they have to be able to name them. And the slowest one to, like, chime in, they get dropped into the pit of fire alligators.
Okay.
That would be I mean, obviously, that's a summer sport, but you didn't specify.
That's I didn't. No, it doesn't have to be Winter Olympics. It doesn't have to be that at all. No.
I think there's actually like a television game show that's kind of like that, but like minus the alligators and the fire. But so if you want to watch that, I think it exists, just slightly lower stakes.
Oh, see, well, where's the fun in that? Although, Amanda, you should go back in time. Go back in time, yes, but go watch recordings of, say, Olympic sports in which the East German team is participating, or any of the Soviet bloc countries, or the USSR itself, because oftentimes the Olympic athletes were told that if they did not win for the fatherland, then they would be put to death. Hence, Katharina Witt feeling the need to sleep with the entirety of the East German men's skating team to bleed off that stress. Because, well, while she did end up winning gold that year, that's a lot of stress to put on a person. I can't blame her for fucking every dude on the winter team, if that actually is true. So if you like high stakes,
they probably had some pretty good stamina too. So
yeah, no shit. Yeah. Well, I hear Olympic villages are just fucking Sodom and Gomorrah anyway, just with very pretty people.
They literally give out condoms.
Yeah.
As well they should, because those people are filthy.
Yeah. So Amanda, there you go. You can go watch recordings of Katharina Witt's performance and think, like, if she didn't do so good, she was totally going to be murdered.
Can I fuck an entire Olympic team while I do it?
Yes.
Sure. Wait, what are we gonna do? Stop you?
Yeah. No more than 12, though. I think we've established that's my limit.
Yeah, only 12 days.
Your self-imposed limit. I think it's just a record that you can break.
Love me 12 dicks. Yeah, Amanda, if you really will pushing
yourself.
Does
sound like a challenge.
Which is what so the Olympic gangbang should definitely be a sport. I'm thinking, how many dicks can we do in a day?
I'm sure lots of people would watch that.
Right.
And participate.
The Dance Olympics.
First one, then the other. And then a bit of a rest, and then the one again. Yes.
At my office right now, we actually have on our whiteboard in our office Olympic sports of our own. And one of them is actually synchronized dabbing. So it's just like really obnoxious, like
great.
Yeah, like
ooh, I have some mustard on my face.
Well, there's also like
I know.
She knows. But there's also like workplace related ones, like speed sexual harassment suit. Who can get it faster?
Who can go from awkward newbie to hated
creepa,
sexual deviant.
So anyway, yeah, that's been fun. Around
office
the
bathroom
office.
Masturbation for speed.
Oh, speed masturbating?
Yeah, speed masturbation, but specifically in the office bathroom, right?
Oh, sure, because it's like the least sexy place.
Exactly. Well, that and people are around you and that sort of thing. So yeah, who can get it off fastest? Right?
I mean, what's sexy to you is not necessarily the same as what's sexy to somebody else.
That's true. I don't, maybe when somebody next to you is ripping bullfrog farts, that's your thing.
And it is. It's not.
But yeah, I think that would be an amazing sport. Speed masturbation, office bathroom only.
Is there an outlet in the bathroom stall that I can plug my Hitachi into? Because
no.
Then I'm out. I'm out.
And no porn either.
No porn. Yeah.
Unassisted. You got to crank it out in your mind palace.
Yeah, Amanda, these are like athletes at the top of their game, right?
Yeah, they're using steroids. I can use a Hitachi and some porn. Come on.
We caught the athletes doping in the bathroom and like have like porn.
Yeah, we did. We watched for a little while. We recorded, and then we.
Well, that's what you do with Olympic sports.
Yes.
And then we nullified their medals because they didn't use a condom, and we gave them to them.
But we still lady wank to those vids.
Well, yeah. Yes, we did.
So yes, let us hear your geeky or horrifying Olympic sports that you would like to see.
Preferably both geeky and horrifying.
Yes.
Cater to your audience.
Indeed.
Make it both.
Yes. And yeah, let us hear about that on Twitter. You can use the hashtag Dork Pride Chat. And yeah, just lay it on us. Bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum bum medals for masturbation.
And with that, we thank you for joining us for this episode of the Dork Pridecast. I don't know what this voice is supposed to be, but I'm going with it.
I don't either, but I like it.
Yeah,
As always, don't bring attention to it or I will lose it and it will go away forever. As always, thank you to Sarah Donner for allowing us to use music off of her latest awesome album, Black Hole Heart.
You can also find the Damsels of Dorkington on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Also, if you have a few minutes, please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast on iTunes. That is an Olympic-sized swimming pool-sized help to us that costs you $0.
But if you do want to contribute more than $0, you can check out our Patreon campaign, which is patreon.com/Damsels of Dorkington. You can get access to rewards that are only available there, such as bonus podcasts or being on a list of super awesome people that we thank at the end of every podcast, like such as
these people who we're going to describe what event they won their gold medal in.
Oh, this is going to be great. Amanda,
Absolutely.
I think you should start.
Yeah.
The first gold medal of the event, and by event I mean the Olympic season, whatever you use to, what would it be? The Olympic round? The Olympic...
I think just the Olympic Games.
Yeah, whatever.
2018 Olympic Games.
Yeah.
That, the first gold medal of all of that, for this, all of that, goes to Travis and Wendy Mays for the fastest mutual bathroom masturbation, in which they were able to get each other off in record time with no porn and also no thing other than what is attached to their own bodies that is not their genitalia.
That is amazing.
That would be fucking and not masturbation.
Well, I'm over here, Amanda, with a different Olympic sport that I would like to tell you about. Aaron Felsen just won the gold medal in being horrified that his parents were competing in the doubles version of bathroom masturbation, office bathroom masturbation specifically. But he was so mortified, he literally almost died, and that made him the gold medal winner over here. I think we're going over to Rissy now. Rissy.
Hi, yes, I'm Rissy, and I'm here on the sidelines of the synchronized pooping event where I just saw the team of Greg Milliken, John Latch, and Justin Mansfield take the gold despite intense competition from the German and Japanese teams. Now, of course, what's required for this event is not just girth, but also length and arrangement. So the fact that they were all able to produce perfect steaming J coilers in a triskelion arrangement is really kind of what nailed it for them. So back to you, Amanda.
I'm so sorry, Rissy. What did you say that event was actually called? I think that one's new this year.
Yes, that's a synchronized pooping event. It is new this year for the 2018 games.
Yes, I forgot that we added that one. Amanda, did you have one more event over there?
I do. I just want to say that like the synchronized pooping was it was a bit of a controversy adding that to the Olympics. Obviously, there have been multiple amateur level events for that, but that team really, really brought it this year. That they're synchronized. It was just, there was some artistry to that event, and I think that I was not alone in shedding a tear as I watched the finale of all of their anuses pinching off the loaf at the exact same time.
I heard that team trained so hard. They have been eating ridiculously restrictive diets for months at this point. They know exactly when they're going to poop, how they're going to poop. Like, that is a hard thing to do. And all three of them did it and just were amazing.
They were really absolute masters of the loaf pinch. Really, and you know, that's the hardest part. It's not just getting it out of you, but making sure that you can truncate it at precisely the right moment. And you know, kind of like scooting a little bit to give it that extra shape.
Well, I mean, and don't even get me started on that horrible qualifying round from the Russian team where the member in the middle like pinched it off just a little bit early, and there was that just enormous bloop sound. It was devastating. That
was rough.
I saw video of fan reactions across the country just in tears.
So much disappointment.
You could literally feel the crowd like just hurting for that Olympian, that Russian. The air just sucked out of the room. Everyone was very disappointed with that poop production.
That was Fyodor Pupianov.
Yes, thank you. I could not find my notes. I could not find his name.
And he's going to go down in history. That is for sure.
As the premature pooper. I've heard
they've already started a hashtag. So poor Fyodor.
Yeah, there's apparently this is a horrible story. But his parents' home, that premature pooper, or whatever the translation is in Russian, of course, was graffitied onto their sidewalk.
Did we have another event that's new this year? Didn't we have that?
Oh yes, of course. There was this was a singles event. One of the few. A lot of the new events we added this year were team events, but this was one of the singles events, which was standing on your head and farting your national anthem. And the fun thing about this event is that when you win, you get to repeat your performance on the medal stand.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
Yeah. But the gold winner in this year's national anthem farting contest went to Gordon Nelson, who his rendition of the national anthem. I mean, there's like Jimi Hendrix, and I think this is going to be the new gold standard, if you will, of people playing a very hip version of the U.S.'s.
There was not a dry eye in the audience, and that isn't just because he'd eaten so many onions beforehand.
No, and I actually heard that Gordon Nelson perfected a very difficult like Tibetan monk method of farting, and he was actually able to harmonize with his own farts.
Yes, it was very impressive.
That is very difficult.
When he hit that high note and held it,
yes.
Masterpiece. It was a beautiful thing to behold.
I didn't really think about it before, but I just noticed we've added a lot of events to the 2018 Olympics this year that are either related to the butt or the front butt. Really both butthole regions. That seems, I guess,
Well, that's why they revised the Olympic logo to move all the circles together, and so the colors all blend to brown.
That all makes sense now.
It's not just many rings; it's now one ring, one brown ring to rule them all.
Indeed. Either of you ladies can have my black cherry if you want it.
Signing off. We do. And I guess one of us should just read the odd episode names right now.
We've been doing some odd episode things already. But of course, we should also mention the other people who have placed in events. We don't have the time right now to go into their events, but they were all gold medal winners, and
in our hearts.
And they all did some freaky shit. And those people include Jay Teller, Wayne Walls, Eric Ruggles, Zachary Drake, Joe Louis, Brandon, Katie, and Thomas David, Jenny and Ryan Wiedenbetter, Matt and Mattingly's Ice Cream Social, Melody Glatzel-Smith, and Jeremy Hanna. So thanks for joining us, everyone. This has been a very interesting episode 75 of the Dork Pridecast. We will see you all next week.
Deuces!
Jetpack.